Good afternoon from Miami, where week 0 rolls on with sunshine, speed, and the start of another college football season. This afternoon, the FIU Panthers welcome the Kennesaw State Owls for a battle that comes much earlier than anyone expected. Keep your eye on Florida International's explosive junior running back Anthony Carey, a home run threat every time he touches the football, while Kennesaw State's veteran senior linebacker Baron Hobson will be looking to lead the Owls defense with big hits and timely stops. It's Conference USA bragging rights, fresh beginnings, and 60 minutes to make an early statement. From South Florida, it's time for college football. Kennesaw State and Florida International are ready to kick it off. Coming up next.
Welcome to Pit Bowl Stadium. Saturday afternoon's the perfect setting for a game like this. It's the Kennesaw State Owls and the FIU Panthers. Reese Davis along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. We'll hear from Holly Rowe in a bit down on the sideline.
I guess Holly Rowe's busy.
So FIU's kicker headed to the football to start this 2026 season. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Kennesaw State's offense will go to work first. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's gritty, great attention to detail, solid hands. He'll have to be accounted for in this passing attack. Off the play fake on first down to throw. On target over the middle. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Kennesaw State right back to work.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Gives it on the option. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Collins. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. The Panthers offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
Nah, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
They'll go right back to the run. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Oh, that punt has been cleared for takeoff. Look at it go. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Woods. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. And the Owls are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On the option. Now the toss. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line, it's Booker. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. That's caught. It's Gary. Runs through the tackle. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that thing.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Quarterback keep. Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3. Kennesaw State right back to work. To the air, it's Collins. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. Up and hold on just a minute. They have decided to take the points here. Thought they might go for it on 4th and short. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Quickly to the tight end. Makes his man miss. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Got it behind the line. It's Anderson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Stone. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Now the play fake. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Quarterback may change this route. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Back to pass on second down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. And the Panthers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They give it to the freshman, first carry of his career. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. They'll move the wide receiver. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. He's going to lose a yard on that one. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. He's looking downfield to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Looking for the goal line. They kept him out of the end zone, but not before he gets it to the 1-yard line, and it'll be first and goal. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And the field goal caps off this first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. On the ground, it's Woods. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Kennesaw State right back to work. Off the play fake. He tries to take the top off. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Back to pass, it's Collins. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Oh, look at this thing. They may need a flight attendant on that one. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Finds his tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Trying play action. Caught over the middle. It's Anderson. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Jukes his way for more. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. He leaves it with his back. Got a little grass. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. The give on the counter. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Caught in the backfield. It's McNeil. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. Rushes on him, and down he goes.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And for the 2nd time in this game, he'll try to knock through a field goal, this one a 41-yarder. Right down the boulevard. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And here's the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kennesaw State will go on the attack, the offense onto the field. He wants to go deep. Holds it in on the left. Off to the races. 10. To the house. Touchdown, Owls.
And that's exactly how you draw it up on offense, man. You run the football, you get those bodies committed, Jesse, and you use speed out wide with a little bit of play action.
A really nice job of setting it up by the play caller, you're right. And those linebackers and safeties, they want to come down and support the run, but a really nice throw, excellent route, and they're able to connect for a massive TD.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Ford International comes out to start this drive. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they could put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to shrink and it gets a little bit more difficult.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes a deep grab. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. FIU pushing tempo. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the incomplete pass, there is a player down on the field. That is their junior quarterback down on the field, a guy they can ill afford to lose. Holly will update his condition soon. From the gun, the running back has it. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. Could not make his way to the corner. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Makes the catch. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Got his man on the right. He is stopped well short of the 1st down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. Good, right down the boulevard. That brings them to within 1.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Makes the grab down the middle. Gain of 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Looking to throw, it's Collins. Finds the tight end. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Let's see what he can do with it. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Second down, they'll go to the air. Bring in the heat. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Keeps it himself. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. My goodness, he unloads on that one. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Wants to throw on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Panthers! A pick 6.
It's crazy in college football. There's just so many defining moments in games that you can pinpoint, and that's one right there. The offense has the lead. You're trying to add to that here at the end of the first half. In a 2-minute situation, quarterback being way too aggressive, and that's a mistake, David. Taking pick 6 all the way to the house, that could really end up costing them.
And you talk about flipping a game really, really quickly. Look how bad it was looking. Now the defense gets right back in this football game, being ready for the 2-minute drill, making a play, going down and scoring, and taking all the momentum into halftime.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle.
16, Kennesaw State, 10.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. To the air, it's Collins. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Need 10 yards on this 3rd down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw. He can't make the catch. Had it right in his hands, and it'll be 4th down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. Wants to bring it back. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. He'll take a deep shot here. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. This time on target. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Hines is back in the middle. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll try to get the first through the air. Intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. To the air, it's Collins. Fires to the tight end. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for 1 more snap to put up points before the half. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks so much, fellas. Here inside our EA Sports Studios, welcome into the Week 0 College Football Update Show. Let's start with TCU taking on the North Carolina Tar Heels. And it's the Horned Frogs who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today, pushing them to
Except for they were in Dublin, Ireland.
Season. Back now to your game inside Pit Bull Stadium. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to watch this one unfold. Back to our guys in the booth.
Kennesaw State ready to kick it off to start things here in the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That's the big sophomore tight end who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on him. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Just feeds the running back. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. The Panthers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Stone.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
And they can't make the play on third down. FIU will line up to punt.
Number 97, on to kick it away.
Oh, did he unload on that? It's like there's helium in that one. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Kennesaw State right back to work.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Dropping back, it's Collins. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. The Owls come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Running inside. It's Woods. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. 3rd and 6 yards to go. He'll try to get to the marker himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And he'd hope to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
They'll go to the counter play. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Here's a heat. And the missed connection on 3rd down. FIU will line up to punt. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
That's caught. It's Morgan. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Kennesaw State right back to work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Morgan. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. It's 3rd and 5. Back to throw, it's Collins. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. play action. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. You know, the entire concept of the play-action fake is to slow down the rush. Didn't work.
No, they didn't bite on it, which was great defense. They didn't bite on it. They knew it wasn't a run. Played pass, continued to get to the quarterback and get the quarterback on the ground.
The Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From the gun, running back on the move. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It's complete to the right. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. FIU set up with another first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it from the gun. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, the ground game. Shows him the stiff arm. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Keeps it on first down. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The give to the left. He breaks a tackle. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. They'll run the counter. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Panthers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. He leaves it with the back. Oh, what a move. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. We've reached the break. It's FIU with the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. He wants to change this route. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. As they come to the line on 3rd down, already 2 for 2 on this drive, going for the hat trick and the score. Under fire. Firing to the right, complete. They found the tight end, but he could not find first down yardage, and it'll be 4th down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. The defense able to hold them to a field goal on that last drive, and now this offense will try to answer, and they need a touchdown. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
He'll keep it on second down. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. And the Owls in the hurry-up. Looking to pass. It's Collins. Got his man out of the backfield. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. Hauls it in, looking for space. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Florida International offense is back on the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution.
Just keeps moving. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Panthers. He shed tackles right and left and housed it.
And that is an outstanding effort offensively to score again. But what's been going on with the tackling defensively, that's been the biggest issue. Sometimes football just comes down to fundamentals or lack thereof. And that's been the case defensively. Just not able to wrap up and get these offensive players onto the ground. Two huge broken tackles on that long explosive play. And that's been the story for this defense.
My philosophy on going for two is only when you have to. They'll run play action. Zings it complete to the right. He's got the two-point conversion, and they build on that lead. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
On the option. Fighting off the defender. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Trying to start the drive with a pass. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Out of the gun, the running back has it. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll bring him down after the long completion. An explosive pass play for this offense.
I tell you, I love the mentality by this offense right now. They've got a pretty big lead. They're still being aggressive, taking shots, and they're finding the matchups they like. Man, they're taking advantage right now.
Going to the ground. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll go right back to him. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this is a situation this offense trains for. Having the lead late in the game, running the ball to ice it. They're just bleeding seconds off the clock. It's been a beautiful drive so far. And the defense, even though they know they're going to run it, they just can't stop it.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. They'll send the tight end in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns.
All right, I think we can get the backups in the game for Florida International as they now have a 3-touchdown lead with only 5:47 left to go. So let's put in those backups.
In the fourth.
Kennesaw State, 13.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The run inside. It's Morgan. Makes it past the marker. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
He'll be stopped right there. He put him in the spin cycle and got 7. The Owls are in the hurry-up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another.
Makes a grab and room to run. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here comes the heat. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He couldn't quite get loose on that return. He'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Knocked down for the tackle. And they got the completion, but no yards. Now they need to go forward to avoid a 3rd and long. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Got enough for the first. He's up to 113 yards rushing now here in week 1. A solid start to this new campaign. Wide receiver going in motion. Makes the grab. It's Carter. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Just a short pass to the tight end. First catch of his career, and you see why they believe this freshman tight end can contribute early. The Panthers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute, get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
So what turned into a rainy Saturday afternoon sees Florida International get the win 34-13 comfortably over Kennesaw State thanks to a dominant fourth quarter. You can see they're outscoring Kennesaw State 18-0 in that fourth quarter. Looking at the team stats, Florida International had the edge in first downs, 25-9 for Kennesaw State. Total offense 490 to 247. Rushing yards 224 to only 50 for Kennesaw State. Passing yards 266 to 197. Third down conversion percentage 50% to only 18%. Turnovers, Kennesaw State had 2, both interceptions. Florida International had 1, an interception. And the time of possession was won by Florida International by 27 minutes. Looking at the player stats here, Florida Internationals, we had about equal time for the quarterbacks here. I think the starter was Zach Marker. He finishes 15 of 23 for 131 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. He must have got hurt. And then J.J. Cole finished 11 of 15 for 135 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Kennesaw State's Ricky Collins finishes 13 of 31 for 197 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Leading rusher for Kennesaw State was Tristan Morgan, 5 carries for only 27 yards. For Florida International, they were led, the starter was Anthony Carey, but he got hurt. He had 19 carries for 88 yards before he got hurt, but then Sterling Joseph came in and did an incredible job. 14 carries, 114 yards, 1 touchdown. Did have that long 58-yard touchdown run. Leading receiver for Florida International was McGuire Anderson, 5 catches for 80 yards for him. Kyle McNeil had the only receiving touchdown for Florida International. For Kennesaw State, they were led by Reed Jasiolowski, 4 catches for 42 yards for him. If we go back real quick, give a little shout out to Javon Rogers, had the long touchdown reception, 84 yards. Leading blocker for Kennesaw State, it was a 3-way tie with 3 pancakes for those guys. For Florida International, it was a 2-way tie at 7 for Zaire Flournoy and Spencer Webb. Defensive leaders for Florida International, they were led in total tackles by Josiah Taylor and Alan Gales, each with 6. The same 2 people led the team in tackles for loss, each with 2. There were no sacks. And Josiah Taylor and Lamar Duval each had an interception for Florida International. For Kennesaw State, Donovan Westmoreland had the only interception. Devin Morgan and Barron Hobson each had a sack for Kennesaw State. A bunch of different guys had 2 tackles for loss to tie for the team lead. And in total tackles, Tony Williams Jr. led the team with 14. Kicking for Kennesaw State, Daniel Kinney made both of his field goal attempts with a long of 49. He was 1 of 1 on extra point attempts. Florida International's Robert Zaremcha was 4 of 4 on field goal attempts with a long of 41 and 2 of 2 on extra point attempts. Punting for Florida International, Sam Payton had 4 punts for an average of 68.5 yards per punt. I think we need to adjust the sliders for punting. For Kennesaw State, this was more normal. Matt McKenzie had 8 punts for an average of 48.6 yards per punt. Kick returns for Kennesaw State, Devon Slaughter had 4 returns for an average of 17.2 yards per return, and Latrell Morrell had 3 returns for an average of 20.6 yards per return. For Florida International, Tyson Carter had 2 returns for an average of 14 yards per return, and Andre Brown had 1 return for 19 yards. Punt returns for Florida International, Andre Brown had 4 returns for an average of 10.2 yards per return, and Latrell Morrell for Kennesaw State had 1 return for 12 yards. Looking at the scoring summary, in the first quarter, the teams traded field goals as Kennesaw State actually scored first with a 49-yard field goal from Daniel Kinney. Then Robert Zaremcha had a 17-yard field goal just before the end of the quarter to tie it at 3. In the second quarter, Zaremcha, I can't say that last name, Zaremcha had a 40-yard field goal. And Kennesaw State had an 84-yard touchdown pass from Ricky Collins to Javon Rogers. They briefly had a lead there, but then Florida International gets a Zaremcha 22-yard field goal, a pick six from 31 yards out from Josiah Taylor, and then Kennesaw State gets a 42-yard field goal from Daniel Kinney just before halftime, and it was 16-13. Florida International had the lead at half. There was no scoring in the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, Zaremcha had a 19-yard field goal for Florida International. Then they got a 58-yard touchdown run from Sterling Joseph. And they do get the two-point conversion to Kevin Schaefer. And then Kyle McNeil catches a 6-yard touchdown pass from Zach Marker to close off the scoring. And Florida International gets the 34-13 win at home over Kennesaw State in a Conference USA matchup that was really supposed to happen in November, but for some reason the video game put it in week 0. Not sure why. We're going with it. The headline says, staying on track, the Panthers moved to 1-0 in conference after a win over Kennesaw State. You can see that Baron Hobson was the player of the game for Kennesaw State and Josiah Taylor for Florida International. And you can see the stats there. Florida International won in everything. And I'm not sure the point of this. But Kennesaw State drops their season opener to Florida International in a conference game, 34-13. Let's take a look at the next game we should have coming your way. Let's see if they changed the schedule around anymore. No, it looks all the same as before. We will have a 7 p.m. kickoff between Memphis at UNLV. That'll be the next game. But until then, Florida International goes to 1-0 in 2026 with a nice 34-13 win over Kennesaw State. And we will see you next time.